Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Variable Barricade, continuing Sheon's second board here, and we're just about to start Amethyst's Secret. My curiosity gets the better of me, and I look up Sheon's past on the internet. Ooh, play this event. Fuck yeah! I want to know a seedy past. After my date with Sheon, I sat alone in front of my computer. Predictably, I was searching for anything related to Sheon's past. Bird, could you simmer down, please? I feel uncomfortable looking into things like this when he doesn't want to talk, but my curiosity is killing me. Oh, mine too. However, I was able to find a surprising amount of information when I searched. Leclerc, huh? Just like Sheon said, he seems like quite the character. Looks like he has a lot of enemies, and there's a ton of gossip about him too. Okay, seriously, I love you so much, but I swear I'm gonna need, like, fucking turtlenecks. I need turtlenecks, because your toenails are so fucking sharp. They're like daggers. Your talons digging into my neck as you're trying to cuddle. It hurts. Oh, I love you, but it hurts so bad. Ow! Did you, like, sharpen your claws today? What the fuck? You just crawled on my hand. They're so sharp. You're so mean. Oh, you're like little dagger toes. You have tons of perches that are supposed to keep your toes from getting sharp like that. And the doctor man said I never need to get your toes clipped again, but he's a fucking liar. Liar. His pants must be a blazing inferno. Oh, your toenails are so sharp. You should let me trim them. I tried that once. I have like little toenail clippers. And I tried to trim his toenails once, but he hated it so fucking much. And then, like, he was struggling, and I clipped a little bit too short. Oh, my God. Like, if you clip them too short, you cut, like, the vein in the toenail. Oh, my God. And then there's me, like, freaking out, like, I got in the cage! Because there was blood. He's fine, okay? It wasn't like he wasn't gushing blood, but it's still horrifying. You know what I mean? And that doesn't help, because then he's panicking, flying around, and I'm like, oh my God, it was just not a good situation. I know. That's why we give it to a professional, which you don't like either, because then we go to the birdie docker man, and we have to go back, though, because you need to get chipped, and you need to get all your birdie tests, and we haven't done that. It's like we don't love you or something, which isn't true. I love you very much, but it's very expensive. But, like, they wrapped him in a fucking towel. Like, they put him in a straitjacket. It was like a birdie fucking straitjacket. He screamed so much. You'd think they were murdering him. It was hilarious and sad at the same time. Like, I felt so bad for him because he was terrified, but it was still fucking funny because, like, they basically grab him and they put him in a little straitjacket and strap him in so that he can't flap and, like, hurt himself. You know, and it stops them from, like, struggling. Oh, but he did not like that. Oh, my God, but it was the funniest fucking thing. Birdie straitjackets are pretty funny. Anyway. But your toenails are sharp and they hurt, and that was the point. Anyway, it looks like he has a lot of enemies, and there's tons of gossip about him, too. You can also not shove your head under my headset, Bird. But out of all the stories, the one that caught my attention the most was... This is a rumor that Amethyst is Leclerc's biological child. I didn't see that one coming. Oh my God. I kind of hope that's true. You know what I mean? Because that would kind of explain, like, we already kind of thought that, like, what? Bird, what? You make that noise when there's a bug. What? It's freaking me out. But, like, Sheon, like, because he even said, like, oh, it was the first time I felt, like, needed or whatever. And then, like, Leclerc just kind of tosses him away, and then he's, like, been searching for it. So would he be even better if it was like, oh my God, but it's your dad! Oh! And, like, maybe Sheon knows. Maybe it's, like, you know, kind of like bastard child type thing. Not like, oh, yeah, hey, your mom and I broke up, but, like, whatever. Like, you grow up knowing it's, like, your dad. But, like, Sheon knows. And, like, Leclerc knows, but they never talked about it type of a thing. Ooh! Oh! Scandalous! I love that. Leclerc abandoned Amethyst after he grew up and no longer gave off an angelic look. That also sounds kind of fucked up, though. I mean, in multiple ways. Amethyst was reportedly very resentful. This caused a rift in their father-son relationship, and since then they've broken ties. Oh, so then it's like they both knew. They absolutely knew. And as soon as they're like, yeah, well, you're not good enough to be in my photos, then like... Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, okay. It just makes that so much, like, deeper. You know what I mean? Like, him just feeling, like, needed for the first time. You know, he needs me for these photos, and then all of a sudden he ages out, and he's not needed anymore, and then he's desperately trying to find someone that needs him like that. Especially, it's even more so painful when it's your father. Like, oh, yes, no, you're like, yay! And then your father just tosses you away for other kids, and you're like, ow. Shit. Ouch. That's what it said on one website I found. Oh, it'd be so interesting. When I heard Rue say abandoned, I thought he meant from a model and photographer perspective, but could they actually be father and son? But I shouldn't believe everything I read on the internet. If that was the case, I'd believe Kasuga was my brother. I'm just kidding. But then now, okay, now there's family. There's all these family ties. Well, actually, that actually would make sense though, because like in Nayuta's route, his uncle was the one that was like problematic, right? Okay, I think Rue's gonna be our, you know, freaking main antagonist here in this, but it's reminding Sheon of his whole father-son issues. And then I swear to God, Kazu is Ichiya's probably brother, right? Why did that just go off? I mean, okay, never mind. It's to remind me to take my allergy pill, but it went off a little bit earlier than I was expecting. Anyway, you know, so then... But, like, how are they gonna do that in Taiga's route? Because he was, like, an orphan, so... Interesting. Somebody from the orphanage, like, adopted family type thing? Anyway. I feel like this is Kasuga. Is this one of those? You can't tell. Quite deep in concentration, aren't you? Yeah, I was gonna say, nobody else would be on this floor. I whirled around and, to my surprise, saw Kasuga standing at my door. Ugh, I want you to be standing at my door. Jesus. When did you come in? I properly knocked when I entered your room, Miss Spacey. You just did not notice. What are you looking at? Oh, I honestly didn't want to gossip about this, but I also really wanted to talk to someone else about it. Okay, so... And, like, the fact that but then it's also one of those, the fact that you trust Kasuga with it. I mean, he is, like, everything. Except for your husband. He's basically everything else for you, right? So, of course, you're going to trust him with this. Oh my god, because he knows everything. He's known you your whole life. He's like your best friend. He's also your butler. Oh my god, so! But it is kind of funny, because in the whole, like, Kasuga fighting with Sheon, Kasuga's over there like, well, she did trust me with all that, didn't she? I'd be like, of course we would, Kasuga, but I feel like that's ammo in your pocket if you needed it, you know what I mean? I doubt he'd use it, but... I summarized the situation to him, about how Sheon was a former model, and the distressing rumors about him and Leclerc. And then... That's all. And then we already knew. You knew? So that means grandfather did too? I mean... Didn't we say earlier that Sheon kind of... Well, he lived overseas for a while, didn't we say? He was like... foreign, well, not like foreign, but you know what I mean, like, he wasn't fully Japanese, right? Or was he the one that, like, oh, he's not even Japanese, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, but he speaks Japanese. Is it this game? Why, you know what, sometimes I forget. Okay, I have no fucking idea why this keeps doing this. I'm at my wit's end, like, I want to fucking cry, because I cannot stand this. I cannot stand that this fucking capture card keeps fucking crashing, or the software just fucking doesn't work, and it's driving me crazy, because we had problems, and then we had to go in, and like, oh, okay, it's because my computer is, like, whatever, and we fix stuff, okay. Oh, you know what, it's driver update. This program doesn't need to be fucking updated, none of my drivers need to be fucking updated, there's literally fucking nothing that could be causing this problem, and this shit just fucking black screens, and it pisses me the fuck off, because there's no reason for it, and it just fucking angers me, because I hate it. I know I could just, oh, okay, just put it, edit, and no one would know the difference, but it just, like, it takes me out, and it pisses me off, and it makes me not want to fucking play my games, because I can't handle that this does it, because it's not even like,
It does it once in a while. It's now done it twice, and once it does it, it's like, oh, okay, I just gotta keep watching because it does it like 14 times in the span of playing a fucking game. And there's no fucking excuse. There's literally no reason for this to be doing this. And I don't know. And we're only 8 minutes into this part, and I kind of just want to scrap it and just not even finish fucking recording. But it doesn't fucking matter what I do, because if I come back tomorrow or 2 days from it's still gonna do the same shit. And it's not even like, oh, it's because I unplugged my thing and because I do that every week. Every week I unplug my graphics. You attached up here, and then there were times where it's like, well, it's been attached, and maybe it's because it's constantly no, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what I do. It's just like, fuck you, bitch. Not gonna work. And like, I really just don't want to have to buy another capture card for it to not be the capture card, it's the software or something and whatever. You know what I mean? But the same software is going to be used because it doesn't need to be fucking updated, apparently. So, I don't know. I changed the graphic settings, which graphics it's using. Because I was like, maybe it's the, normal, maybe that's it. Which shouldn't matter because I always use the default, which is my built-in ones. But I switched it to my video ones. I don't know, but like, look, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't actually know. Do I have an HDMI port on my computer? Because like, I think I just plug my Switch directly into it and use something else. But even using something else, like even if I use my other recording software, I have to use my capture card to transfer it over. So that's not fucking work. If it's the capture card, it's not gonna matter, I don't know. But anyway, I have no idea what the fuck we were talking about because I've been spending like 10 minutes trying to figure out why the fuck everything in my life is just a raging piece of shit. But whatever. So anyway, we were talking to Kasuga about Sheon, and apparently they knew about the whole actual connection, possible connection. Who knows? They probably know better than we do, because I'm sure they did their research. But anyway, you knew? So that means grandfather did too?
Of course we did. When we initially selected the suitors, I did a great deal of research on them.
You knew all along. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
It was the master's wish. He wanted you to choose based on compatibility, regardless of personal history.
That means there's a good chance the other suitors have a story too. Well, yeah. We know Nayuta's. Even so, if this is the way grandfather wanted it, then it's useless to ask right now. Back to Sheon! Okay, Kasuga, this rumor, how much of it is true?
It is true that Mr. Mayazumi is Leclerc's son.
Ooh. I like how there's not even any secrets. Sheon just straight out comes out, oh yeah, I'm Amethyst. And then you're like, Kasuga's like, yeah, no, it's totally his dad. How much more is gonna come out? Anyway, it must have been traumatic for Sheon being abandoned by his father. And that's why he lives the life he does now. I mean, yeah, it kind of made sense when we heard his perspective.
Even so, what of it?
Kasuga looks pissed. Is he mad? What?
Everyone has their own history and scars from their past. You know that very well, do you not, Miss Spacey?
Are you throwing that in me because you have history and scars from your past, Kasuga? Just saying. It all comes back to you, doesn't it, motherfucker?
However, we mustn't forget that how he chooses to live his life is his decision alone. Even if the rumors are true, his current situation is nothing more than an escape.
But I grasped for a response to Kasuga's harsh logic, but failed. At the same time, my previous interactions with Sheon played in the back of my mind.
It's okay. Everyone has their own values. But I believe that something's worth isn't determined solely by money. My friends think the same. That's why our relationships work. This takes me back. Many people have seen this photo and praised me for it too. But at the time, I was just wrapped up in expressing Leclerc's vision. His ideas are very complex. Back then, I didn't fully understand them, but he said I was perfect. He said if it weren't for me, his vision would have never materialized.
See, his vision would never have materialized and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And then I got told and he tossed me away. What the fuck? I mean, Jesus.
It was the first time I'd ever been needed that badly.
Yeah, that exact line. That's it. That's the whole thing.
It was my true beginning.
And we're gonna meet his dad and then be like, screw you! You hurt him! He's so precious! Pet Sheon. It's okay, sweetie. Let's go braid your jellyfish tentacles. Anyway, there wasn't a hidden meaning behind Sheon's words. That's why the word escape didn't feel right to me. You know, Kasuga,
it's time for you to go to bed, miss. If you stay up any longer, you'll regret it tomorrow.
Kasuga smiled, but his expression was merely a cover for obstinance. Yeah, it totally is. I love him. I love him so much. Everything about him is so fucking shady. It was more like he was saying he didn't want to talk about the matter anymore. I really have a thing for the shady characters. Not even like full-on trash. Like, it's okay every once in a while we gotta think for full-on trash. But, like, are you kind of shady? Even if you turn out to be sweet and wonderful at the end, if you seem kind of shady... Apparently, I just need to stay out of the sun. My vampire flesh might burn. I'm just rolling up under all these shady trees. Fine. I turned off my computer, but couldn't get Sheon's smile out of my mind. He seemed to be enjoying himself when we were talking about the photographs. I didn't think that was the face of a person trying to escape.
Amethyst secret.
Clear! I'm going to assume, because we have no other choice, we go to the same old guys. Whoop. Yep. The suitors learn that Sheon is the model Amethyst. Their reaction is... nothing, because it seems like they're the same old. Oh, well, understandable. Would be each... anyway, I don't know.
Thank you. You really helped me out today. I said a few words to the driver who drove me around today, and then headed into the house with a spring in my step. I held in my hands a very special item that I just acquired. I hope Spacey likes it.
It's like so sad because like Sheon just wants to be needed. So that's where he goes where he's needed, but he knows it's just all fleeting. But his father needing him is fleeting too, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, that's why we need to love him and protect him forever. Stop. Maybe I'm making it way too simple. It doesn't matter.
Buoyed by my pleasant mood, I walked into the living room and was greeted by an unexpected sight.
He's totally different here. You think so? Ain't he always looking like his head's in the clouds, just like here? Wow, this is amazing.
And they were all staring at a brochure from the Leclerc exhibition. And of course, they were on the page with the Amethyst photo.
Oh, look, it's the man of the hour.
Hey, welcome back! We were just looking at your old photo, Sheon!
Spacey lent this to us. It's pretty interesting. Why would we have told them? You know what I mean? Hey, did you see Sheon in the same... I feel like that's a little gossipy of us. Did we do that? I mean, it seems...
Oh, really?
You son of a gun! Who knew you were this famous? I had no clue! I was familiar with Leclerc's name, but I never made the connection.
And the guys aren't really acting different than usual. Usually once people find out I'm Amethyst, they almost always look at me differently. It's just like what happened with that boy the other day. But the guys aren't like that. They're still just the same. They're not so bad after all.
Which is nice, you know. I like the bromance that our boys have. It's good. It keeps the man harem in harmony. Kasuga is the one that's going to throw the man harem out of harmony, but, like, I will have a talk with him later about that, okay? Because, like, listen, Kasuga. You're my number one, but we have to keep the rest of the man harem happy, okay? My bodyguard has to be happy, my personal chef has to be happy, my chauffeur has to be happy, and I'm sorry, but my arm candy husband has to be happy in order for him to even allow me to sleep with my butler and everybody else. I'm just saying, Kasuga, like, seriously, know your place. I'm the head of this household. Sheon is my beautiful arm candy husband. And, like, yeah, you and I have the, like, yeah, you know, you run everything with me. Technically, you run the house, Kasuga, but, like, I'm the mascot for this house, okay? Let's just simmer down. I will do whatever Kasuga tells me, honestly. Seriously, I trust him. More than I trust myself. I'm just saying. The lady was staring at this brochure for a good while, you know?
And she was, like, hyper-fixated. She didn't react well when we said her name. Oh, she didn't react at all when we said her name.
Looks like you've taken the lead, Sheon. I admit I'm surprised you've charmed Spacey this much. You certainly don't have half as many cheesy lines as I do. He didn't say that, obviously.
No! Hey, Sheon! Would you do the same poses in this picture? Please?
Oh my god, I want to see, like, the version of the CG with, like, adult Sheon.
No.
More importantly, the lady was sighing a whole lot while looking at your picture. Seemed like something was bothering her. I can't just dreamily sighing at photo of, like, child Sheon. That just... I know it's like, oh, look, he's beautiful and ethereal, but it does still strike a weird little... There's just... Makes me slightly uncomfortable. I'm saying. Like, that's not why we were sighing, because we're just thinking, like, what do we do about this shit that we know? Yeah, she seemed kind of depressed. You must have done something, Sheon.
It was probably because we got mixed up with this weird kid at the exhibition.
What weird kid?
It's not important. There are too many gossips these days. It's annoying. But if this is why Spacey starts liking me, then I'm good with it.
In your dreams, bro. Huh. Throwing down the gauntlet, eh? I'll have you know that I've been scouted as a model before. I don't know why every time anything that comes out of Ichiya's mouth just strikes me as fucking amusing. I think I just really like the way I'm reading him. I don't... Tooting my own horn. It's just so much fun being this, like, freaking ridiculous. I don't know.
Modeling! Man, I know I can't do that at all.
Never mind the modeling. Now you here could be a superhero in a kid's TV show, no problem.
Really? You think so? Hacha! Hoocha!
Chill out, bro. You ain't got your cape yet.
And they really are still the same.
You ain't got your cape yet.
I gave them one last appreciative glance, then went back to my room.
Sorry, I was yawning.
Afterward, I sat on my bed letting thoughts drift in and out of my mind. Spacey, are you really that interested in me? I thought about how she looked as she raved about the photo of Amethyst. She also seemed quite taken with Leclerc's vision. I feel happy. It really is completely different when someone special has feelings for you. I wonder if she needs me. I wonder if she'd also be happy if I showed her one of my old photo collections. But looking for it would be so annoying. It'd probably be faster to order a new one. Well, maybe next time. I just got my hands on this anyway. On that thought, I headed for the closet to put it away. Just thinking about Spacey made me feel like I was floating on air.
I love the fact that he is kind of interested, but he's like, does she need me, though? She likes me, but does she need me? Sheon. Oh, that's going to be the whole fucking crux, isn't it? Briar Rose and her prince. I'm going to say, I know that's definitely where we're going. I scrolled up too far, so I know what choice we have to make. I'm sorry. That was an accident. Briar Rose and her prince. Sheon tests a new fragrance he blended specially for me with a specific concept in mind. A morning like any other. I popped into the dining room, but only found Ichiya cheerfully preparing breakfast and Taiga just lounging around. Where are Nayuta and Sheon? Nayuta went out to run 20k around the neighborhood. This early? He was exercising in the courtyard earlier when he accidentally broke something and made a mess. It wasn't pretty. Kasuga was mad as hell. I wish I had been here for that. Where the fuck is our rabbit? Like, I'm really sad that Rabbi only took videos during the common rounds. I wish he was taking ones now because I kind of want to see that. Okay, so where's Sheon? What do you think? Oh, that's Taiga, not Ichiya. But it's the blue. It always throws me off, man. What do you think? Probably still sleeping. Right. I sighed a little and looked at the seat where Sheon always sat. I hadn't had a chance to talk to him about everything since the incident at the photo exhibition. I'd hoped we could talk while he helped with my hair. I could go to his room and try waking him up, but I didn't have the time to do that. Nothing to do about it now. I'll figure it out once I get back home. That night, after dinner, I hung out in the living room, not doing anything in particular. Everyone was relaxing and watching TV in there. This restaurant looks pretty good. Maybe I'll try it out and learn a thing or two.
Yeah, I saw this place when I went out for a jog. You know, like an endless stream of people lined up in front of it.
Bro, this place is in the next prefecture over. How far have you been running? What the fuck, dude? Now you're just strange. While everyone else chatted away, Sheon stared vacantly at the TV. I wonder if there's a way I can get him alone. He's not doing anything else right now. I kept glancing over at Sheon while mulling it over. Suddenly he looked up at me. That you don't just glance over, you just stare at him. With like crazy bug eyes, eventually he'll look at you. And then you blink in Morse code. Hopefully he knows Morse code. Okay, so I don't know. It's not the capture card. It is absolutely the Elgato capture fucking program. Because it black screened on me again, and I was like, fucking capture card, like, what the fuck ever. And nothing has changed. Everything is still hooked into my computer with the same fucking things. I turned on my normal recording software that I use for my Sims, whatever, right? Oh, it's got a fucking picture. But the Elgato fucking software, no picture, it's black like nothing's there. So it's the Elgato fucking software. And I have just been messing with this for now 15 fucking minutes. Like, okay, let's get the sounds right because I have it set up for, like, my Sims stuff, whatever. But I had to get it set up and change the music because, my God, it was screaming in my ear. And I'm like, oh, dear God, okay. So you can actually hear the music now? Very quietly, if I don't talk. But before, even though it was like, oh, you can hear the music, you couldn't hear the music. So, like, now you can. So, awesome. There you go. Okay. Not loudly again, but the only thing I hate about using my Marillus software is if I want to see the preview to make sure it's still there, I can't see the fucking timer because the timer and the preview are on two separate tabs and it's like, I can't have both of them and it's like, I just want to be able to see the fucking timer and not have to put a timer on my phone. And, like, why can't I see the fucking timer on the preview? And I hate that so much. So, and I don't know. So this part's going to be all sorts of fucking off because have we done, like, 20-ish, 25 minutes, something? Because there was, like, 8 minutes, and then there was, like, 17 minutes, and then, like, 25 minutes? Sure, so 35 minutes, and then that's roughly good. I don't know. So this part's going to be God fucking knows. And we'll just have to keep using the Marilla software because God fucking knows what's wrong with frickin' like Elgato capture software because it doesn't need to be updated. I've checked 32 times. I checked 6 times in a row. It doesn't need to be updated. But clearly it does. But see, I have this problem. Every software's like this. Where you're like, it's not working, something's not popping up, blah, 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 and you try, and then 2 days later it's like, oh, by the way, we have an update. And you're like, yeah, 2 days ago you needed that shit. So we will get an update for the Elgato software, no question, in the next, like, 3-4 days, something in the next week. Guaranteed. Because that is the problem. And forcing an update, nothing is not working, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, and I also just forced through an update for my computer, but of course now it's like, oh, now we're ready. Yeah, well, I'm doing shit, so I can't update it. So I don't know if that'll help, but whatever. I doubt it. I don't know why that would, but who fucking knows? Shit's weird. So anyway, hopefully this will record, because if I spend 35 minutes doing this and it doesn't, I saved here so that I can at least come back here if I have to re-fucking record everything. We're having a great fucking time. I need to start drinking. I wanted to do a couple parts right now, and I was like, no, because it's taken me like an hour to do 20 minutes. So I'm like, here we are. Seriously, it's taken 45 minutes to get to this point. 20 minutes in. Yeah, that's how long I've taken between fighting with everything in between. It's been like 45 minutes since I got up here to start recording. Anyway. So yeah, we were talking about blinking in Morse code. So anyway, we already read that. So okay, cool. We're going to keep going.
What's the matter, Spacey? You look a little restless.
This was my chance. I locked eyes with Sheon, willing him to understand. Let's talk in the courtyard. Oh my god, she's really blinking Morse code, isn't she? What's up, babe? You gotta go or something? Where'd you get that idea? Why is Rue here?
That's right. I never have to go to the bathroom.
I was like, how did Rue get in my house? Okay, never mind. His follower numbers are sky high. Why is social media in love with this child idol? We have the scoop. I turned around, startled by the sound of a familiar voice. Rue was on the TV. The caption on screen read, a one-on-one with social media's hottest child idol. Hold on. I have to turn my headset down because, like, to me, like, I'm not used to having the music in my ear. I'm used to having it on my TV in the background. So when it's in my ear, it's 10 times louder to me than it's, and I'm like, I can hear that. Even though my headset is completely off. The sound is down as far as it goes, and yet it's still there. So, like, aside from muting my headset, like, I'm like, I gotta keep turning my speakers down so that, like, you can hear it. If, like, in a break in a lull in conversation or something, but, like, I don't need it as loud in my fucking ear, so, like, okay. Because I also have my TV on, but, like, I can't, it's very quiet. But it's a weird balance for me, like, sometimes, like, I watch things and people, I'm like, you do realize that all I can hear is your fucking music and not you talking. So, like, for this, you're like, you don't hear the music ever. Like, oh, it's a cute music in the background. You're like, what music? Well, that's just... Okay, look. Elgato's just been fucked up for a long time, okay? And, like, me doing the volume, like, and when I'm recording and listening, oh, you can hear it. And then every other part I do, we get to the end where you're, like, looking at the CGs and I'm like, there's like, no sound on this. Yeah, I don't fucking know anymore. And I just started fighting with it, so. We are so lazy. Anyway. Okay. I think we're good, so I'm going to flip to being able to see the timer, so if everything is fucked up from this point on... Anyway. The caption on screen went, a one-on-one with social media's hottest child idol. I already read that, but... We heard you're very popular on social media. What's your secret to increasing your follower count?
I don't really have a secret. For me, social media is a way I can brighten up people's days. That's why I just post things I really like or things that are super cute. In the meantime, my followers just keep going up and up.
That kid is scary. Ichia? Ichia. This is why we're gonna marry you. Agreed. High five to that shit. I ain't never seen a kid that desperate to be liked. Even Sheon. Who, you know. He hides it well, but... Wow, Rue really is popular, huh?
Spacey, do you know that boy?
Oh, yeah, we bumped into each other at the Leclerc exhibit the other day. While I explained, I glanced over at Sheon. I'm gonna change the channel. Bro, hold up. We're watching it. And not anymore. Dude, Sheon!
Aw, but I wanted to see more of that idol kid Spacey knows.
I don't care. I sighed to myself as everyone fought over the TV channel. Looks like I won't be able to talk to Sheon today either. I have homework to finish, so I'm going to my room for the night. See y'all later. After saying goodnight, I went to take care of my homework. I still haven't been able to talk to Sheon. How can I get him alone? I pondered this as I kept moving through my math problems. For now, I'll finish this up and take a bath. Huh. A Wisp message? At this hour? Sheon? Have you finished your homework? Before you shower, can I ask you to come by my room? Don't tell the others. Maybe this will give us a chance to talk alone. Ooh, secret rendezvous. Anyway, excitement ran through me at this unexpected turn of events. I mean, girl, hello. I quickly messaged him back while trying to slow my racing heart. All right. I'll be waiting. I was basically done with my homework. Once I finished the remaining problems, I tidied the study materials strewn across my desk. Here goes nothing. sneaking out around Kasuga.
Just what the fuck do you think you're doing down here?
You were expecting it too, weren't you? I heard rowdy voices coming from the living room. Apparently, the rest of them were still watching TV and having a good time. If they catch me, I'll be in big trouble. Careful now. Careful. I gently tiptoed all the way to Sheon's room, but for some reason I hesitated to reach for the door. Ugh, I'm so nervous. How do I even bring it up? It'd be rude to start talking about Leclerc out of the blue.
You made it. Good. I couldn't wait, so I thought I'd peek out. Come on inside. Oh, come on, come inside.
Uh-huh. Sheon grabbed my hand with a big smile on his face. It seemed like he was in a particularly good mood, which confused me. What does this mean? Are we about to have a serious talk? Probably not, but, you know.
Sorry for asking you here so late like this.
Oh, no, it's totally fine.
What's wrong, Spacey? Are you nervous?
What? No! It's so weird because, like, I keep seeing out of the corner of my eye my screen on my computer, but it's, like, just the timer, and I'm always like, why is nothing coming up right? No, it's the wrong, different software. Like, I don't like the fact that you can't, it's so stupid. You can't see the timer in the thing. So it's like, then I have to have a timer on my phone. I'm like, oh my god, how hard it would be to just leave the timer on the preview. So, like, you know? Come on, seriously? Ugh. I gotta mess around with it. Maybe you can, and I'm just stupid. I don't know. Figure it out. Anyway, what? No!
Are you sure?
I knew I was making him worry for no reason, but I could not act naturally. Keep your cool, no matter what he says. Start off by keeping quiet and nodding. Be ridiculous to act overly surprised. Just keep calm. You've got this.
I got this for you.
As I was devising all sorts of contingency plans in my mind, Sheon kindly offered me something. I looked and saw that he held 2 sample atomizers in his hands. What are they?
Perfume. I promised you, remember? If I found a scent that suited you, I'd give it to you.
Oh, perfume?
But these are actually unique trial products. I got a trial size because you can't tell what a scent is like until you try it, you know? If you like them, I can design the bottles too.
I like that Sheon's got all these connections to, like, fancy fucking shit. That's pretty cool. So, this is why you asked me to come here?
Yes, I wanted you to try them.
I felt all my energy rush out of my body when I heard his answer. Okay. What was I so worked up about? Sheon didn't even say what he was up to in the first place. Clearly, I had given myself the wrong impression. I looked at the floor, completely embarrassed.
Maybe this wasn't a good time.
No, that's not it. Perfume. It's just perfume. Sheon asked me to come here because he wanted to give me some perfume. I repeated this over and over to myself so I could wrap my head around what just happened. While doing so, I steadily regained my composure. But why are there 2 of them?
Have you heard of his and hers fragrances? They're formulated to smell different when they're mixed together. That's one for men and one for women.
Really? So then they're for us? Oh my god, we have couples perfume. That's actually kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. You're like, oh, my perfume smells really nice and your cologne smells really good. And then when we rub our bodies together, then we smell like each other. But, like, us. Not me and not you. Us. It's kind of fun. People are like, what have you been doing? Nothing, really? 'Cause you smell like the combination of your perfumes. I'm just saying. Rubbing bodies. So funny. Sheon smiled happily and nodded.
I wanted to give you something really special. I thought about getting regular matching ones, but you wouldn't be as comfortable with something like that, would you, Spacey? This way no one else will notice the scent but us. It'll be our secret little pairing.
Our pairing. That's what stood out more. Oh, our secret little pairing, but you know. The words made my heart beat even faster.
Why don't you try it out first? I sure hope you like it.
Sheon handed me the atomizer as I puzzled over the indescribable feeling that had taken hold of me. Oh yeah, she's fallen for him. Well, I mean, yeah, because by the time we get to the end of this, she's supposed to be totally into him, kind of like she was with Nayuta.
I'll put mine on now, too.
Sheon took a few steps away from me and sprayed some perfume on his wrist. He probably gave us some distance to avoid mixing the scents together. I cautiously put on the perfume. A slightly sweet, floral scent wafted through the air. Is it rose?
You got it. I knew rose would suit you, Spacey, and that's why I used it as a base.
Did we just not, like, the couple days ago? Please tell me it was here, because I feel like for you it was a couple days ago, for me it was one. Like, did I love the fucking rose, the crazy old lady rose fragrance, and he just made us rose perfume? I did not see that. Okay. Just saying. I'm just saying! I'm here for this. Okay. You couldn't have hit the nose, you couldn't have hit the nail on the head better, or just got it right on the nose if it wasn't, like, cherry blossom. That would have been better, but, like, I'm here for this too.
It's a bright scent, but with a hint of youthfulness and girlish sweetness. At least I think so.
So that's Sheon's impression of me.
What do you think? Do you like it?
Yes, I do. What's your scent like?
Mine also has a rose base note, but it's a bit more mature than yours. Also, it has a strong green leaf scent to it.
But then Sheon stopped himself from speaking for some reason. What is it?
And nothing. I was just thinking that I should show you instead. Here, come closer.
A sexy CG of us just sniffing him. I'm here for this. Are we going to get that? Hello? We're missing CGs. We haven't had any CGs so far in his round. I'm just saying. Okay, I guess technically the photo, it counts as one, but his mischievous smile concerned me a little, but I did as he said and walked closer to him. And then... Oh, hell, it's fading white. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. Sheon closed the gap between us, moving much closer than I expected, which took my breath away. There we go. Oh, he's touching my hair. Oh, sexy. My reflex was to back away, but he held a strand of my hair between his fingers.
See? Our scents mixed together.
His voice was no more than a gentle whisper. Even though I was nervous, I noticed how the scent had changed. Nice. You're right. Your fragrance has a slight leafy scent to it. The fusion of the two reminds me of a rose garden.
That's right. The concept for these his and her fragrances is the prince and princess from Sleeping Beauty. You are the sleeping princess, surrounded by the sweet scent of roses. And then I, having made my way to you through the brambles and thorns, carry the scent of the outside world, like the leaves in the woods.
That is like a really in-depth, like, it's not an analysis, but you know what I mean? Like, how he was just like, this is what I want to portray. That is so fucking in-depth, but I'm here for it. Bravo.
And when we meet, it feels like being in a rose garden. It's romantic, isn't it?
I mean, fuck yes. Being this close to him was enough to make me feel giddy, but with him saying all that, I could barely hold it together. She's so pretty in this CG. Like, super pretty. I mean, he's, like, gorgeous too, but, like, we're, like, super pretty. I have to point that out, because you know me, and, like, Otome heroines, it's always like, why do they ruin the CGs? They look so stupid! Because, like, half the time their eyes are, like, 4 times too big for their head, and you're like, you know, this CG would have been nice, but we look a little derpy. But no, she looks really good in all the CGs, so I'm here for it. I could feel my heart rate soaring to new heights. Like, because we do have giant eyes, but they're done right. They're done well. You know what I mean? Like, she's got the bigger eyes, but they're not stupid derpy, where you're like, oh, God, why? Or like, hi, I'm so innocent! I look like there's nary a candle in here! No lights are on and no one is home! You know what I mean? She's got, like, big eyes, but, like, the lights are on and there's hamsters in there running on their wheels. All I'm saying. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. I couldn't think of a single thing to say, probably because Sheon had made it so damn difficult to focus on anything else. Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry, Spacey. Your reaction was just so cute.
What? Ugh. You said I was surrounded by roses, but what you're really trying to say is that I'm prickly, aren't you?
You certainly keep your defenses up.
I mean, we're being prickly right now, so... point. Also, the prince from Sleeping Beauty is supposed to get through the thorns to save the princess, but you can't even pick your own roses.
Oh, I can figure something out with the thorns. Didn't the prince have, like, some kind of special power in the original?
You have a response for everything, don't you? I was finally able to break away from Sheon after all that. I could finally breathe normally. I took a few deep breaths to steady myself and hoped he wouldn't notice. Sheon just smiled cheerfully at me. I can't wait to see the perfume bottles he designs. So, do you like them? Will you wear the perfume? He doesn't seem to think there's any chance of me rejecting him. I then said, I'm shy. I can't. I already know the answers. I'm shy. I scrolled up too far, so. But, like, I feel like looking at it, that would be the right answer because otherwise, I can't, is rejecting him. And this is like, I mean, maybe. It's not saying yes, but it's saying yes. His little chibi is so fucking cute in the little scene. Plus, you can't see the jellyfish tentacles, so it, like, works a little bit better, all I'm saying. It's a good fragrance, and I really like it, but I'm shy. If it was just a perfume, it'd be fine, but after hearing everything you said, I don't know if I could wear it. Don't worry. Like I said, it's our secret that they go together. Of course, I'd be happy if you kept it in mind. What? You want me to think about... If you want, you can just wear it when you go on dates with me. That way you won't have to be shy to wear it, right? Isn't that even more embarrassing? My face flushed uncontrollably, even though I knew he was teasing me. He's so frustrating, in like a good way and a bad way. It seems like the fragrance works for you. I'll give you the full version as a gift later. I'll design the bottles myself, so it'll be unique. There won't be another like it in the whole world. That's actually kind of awesome. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of hot. Like, you know, it's the, like, I pick my own scents, okay? And I did not look at what my favorite one is. I want to say it's Blessed, but I don't think it's Blessed. I think that's a different one. I can never remember the name. You think I would remember, but I don't. I don't remember. I know it when I see it. But anyway. But, like, the whole, like, I'm going to make fragrances of ours that blend together beautifully when we're standing near each other. And also, I'm going to design the bottle. I mean, like, I'm not going to lie. That's pretty fucking awesome. Okay. I wasn't unhappy, but I was still nervous. And also, should I really accept this? Him saying things like, there won't be another like it, and our secret. It's all a little much. I hadn't even chosen him for real yet. I love these kinds of things. Thinking only about you, finding things that suit you, and then seeing them make you happy. We can both get enjoyment out of it. It's like I'm living a life of luxury. I wish this would last forever. And then, but it's things like that, and you're like, okay, Sheon, like, I know you've got walls up, and, like, this is how you protect yourself, but when you do that, you're like, oh. Because she's just thinking about the way you lived your life before, you know? I didn't know how to respond to what he said. I could tell by his tone of voice that he felt very passionate about something. The true feelings hidden beneath his thoughts made me feel uneasy. Because, like, he wants to be needed and everything like that, but it's kind of like, okay, you need me, cool, I'll be here for you, and I enjoy this, and I want to take care of you, and do all that, because that's just the way he's always been with his patrons, everybody else. But, like, you're not in love with them, even though, like, okay, Sheon, I need you to hold me. Oh, okay, he'll do that, but it's like, but there's no emotion behind it, aside from, like, oh, you need me, and I want to be useful to you so that you need me. You know what I mean? That's the ulterior motive with him, you know? So, like, yeah, it's great if you're like, I'm really sad. Do you need me to hold you? Do you want me to, like, get ice cream? Do you want me to do all these nice things for you? And you're like, yeah, that's awesome. But when people do those things for you, it's because they care about you. They want to take care of you. They love you. You know, it's not like, oh, I am going to do these things because that is what is expected of me. You know what I mean? Like, and he's doing those things, but the caring is just surface level facade in a way. And I think that's just kind of how I mean, that's the way he's always been. But I kind of feel like that's the barrier we have to break down. Like, okay, I'm choosing you. And then he's like, oh, shit, for reals. Like, but now it's like, yeah, okay, we chose you and we need you, but we need you to break down your own walls, come out of that shell and realize that you can't just give that surface level facade. You know what I mean? You actually have to open your heart, which, you know, he's never really done. It's always been sort of like a business transaction, kind of. And, like, that's not what this is going to be. Yes, marriage technically is a business transaction. On, like, the surface level, like, if you look at it, like, you have to be able to share your thing and, like, but there's also a romance angle underneath it, which is usually what makes the business angle portion of it kind of get fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, there's different sides. It's not just, oh, it's just wonderful romance, like a princess fairy tale. That's bullshit. Like, there's all sorts of other shit that goes into it that, like, you don't think about on the romance angle. You know what I mean? The business end. Which is why sometimes business marriages, you're like, that's sad. Is it, though? Because, like, you kind of have to you have to work both sides, you know? But you're thinking the business. We're thinking, like, a little bit of both, maybe. Like, I know it's a business arrangement, but, like, Samugi's relationship is 100% business. It's all business over there, and that's cool. That's what she's negotiated. That's where she is. We're, like, expecting, like, yeah, okay, I got the business aspect with, like, having to be the Tojo family heir, but I want to love my husband. And then Sheon's like, I just give everybody business shit. But I pretend it's fluffy and romantic, but it's really not, you know? Hard knock life coming up for you, Sheon. You're gonna have to fall in love with us. I feel like that's where we're gonna be fighting. Like with Nayute, it was the whole fight about, you just wanted to be my bodyguard? And with Sheon, it's like, you do realize you have to knock down your walls and your facade and actually love someone, right? Like, it's not just a business agreement. Like, you have to actually care. That's what I want. And that's going to be the hard part, I feel like. That's what I'm just guessing, anyway. Anyway. The true feelings hidden beneath his thoughts made me feel uneasy. I noticed that Sheon was looking into my eyes. Spacey, I have to tell you something. I have to get going! He was going to tell us about Leclerc, I bet. With that, I sprinted to the door like an Olympian going for the gold. I feel like he's about to tell me something I really shouldn't be hearing right now. Oh, but I have to take a bath. Got an early start tomorrow, so see you tomorrow. I tore out of the room as if I were escaping something. Oh, Kasuga's gonna see that and then be like, the fuck are you doing to her? I was close. The moment I stepped into the hallway, my legs gave out from under me because of my frayed nerves. I felt hot all over. I felt hot all over. I'm saying that's so weird. I didn't even have energy left to stand. I'm not sure what I was so worried about, but I had this feeling that if I heard him out, I'd be forced to say something I couldn't take back. Just calm down. Relax. Steady. He wasn't going to tell you he loves you, if that's what you were expecting. I feel like that's what she was worried about. I took deep breaths over and over again with my head in my hands, when suddenly... What's going on? When I looked up, I saw Nayuta standing in front of me. Apparently, hangout time in the living room was over already. Nothing? I bolted to my room as fast as I could. I was just coming to the landing to see if I could hear you guys in the living room still, but I guess everyone's going to bed. Okay, bye. Fluctuating emotions. I'm definitely interested in Sheon, but I can't sort out my emotions. Help comes from an unexpected source. Taiga? Ichiya? Nayuta? Because it's not coming from Kasuga. That's unexpected. Samugi, absolutely expected. But I'm gonna go with we have to play this one, so yes. And I didn't scroll up too far. Ha. The following morning... Hey, Spacey. After you're done, I'll zhush up your hair again. Sure. The mist is almost out. Do you want to try a new scent? Or do you want to stay with this one? This one's fine. Sheon chatted away to me as I ate my breakfast. Well, sort of. To be clear, Sheon was acting normally and I was the one behaving strangely. Even if I pretended to be my usual self, what happened last night was still on my mind. I want things to go back to normal, but I'm still so embarrassed. I can't even make eye contact with him. Spacey, did something happen between you and Sheon? Something's up for sure. Or maybe you're not feeling well. Are you okay, Spacey? Yep, right as rain. Really? Then why do you seem so distant? Are you maybe thinking about what I think you're thinking about? Sheon obviously saw right through me. That's why he whispered something so suggestive. Miss Spacey, it's time to go. I am so totally ready! I leapt out of my seat as if it were on fire, and Sheon gave me a disappointed look. I was extremely grateful for Kasuga today. I'm grateful for Kasuga every fucking day. Just FYI. Because we haven't gotten there yet today. Is something the matter, Spacey?
You've been sighing for a while now.
It's Sheon.
What did he do?
Smokey sounded worried, so I stopped poking at my lunch to explain the situation. The other day made us some his and hers fragrances. He said they were one of a kind.
Oh my! How romantic!
Yeah, I guess. We talked for a bit when he told me about the perfume, and since then I can't seem to talk to him sensibly anymore.
What do you mean by can't?
Like, I feel embarrassed if I make eye contact with him, or my face gets hot just from talking with him. I don't dislike Sheon. In fact, I think we're closer than before. But now I'm so agitated around him. It wasn't like this before.
Oh my god! How splendid! Romance at last! It's love's sweet blossom, can't you see?
Come again?
Am I wrong? From what you've told me, it sounds like things have been going swimmingly.
I'm not really sure. Originally, I thought of the boys as people after my wealth. And even though my situation is technically different, grandfather sending me partners is kind of like an arranged marriage, right? Basically, I thought that even if we were to get married, it'd be because of some calculated reason, not for love.
My.
Samuki gazed at me, distraught over what I had just shared. I'm sure she understood exactly what I was trying to say, even though I couldn't find the right words. I mean, yeah, so kind of, because your grandfather sent you these guys and you have to pick one of them, and it's not really necessarily for love, but you get to know them, and maybe you don't fall in love with... I mean, we do, obviously. But, like, the point you're thinking when he throws these guys in front of you is like, I'm not going to marry them for love, it's going to be a calculated reason. Right, but at the same time, he gave them, you 4 of them, pick one. You have a choice here. You know, it may not be fully for love, but you can at least find the person that you're like, you know what? He wouldn't be so bad. Like, yeah, okay, maybe I'm not in love with him. Maybe I could learn to love him. You know what I mean? You know, if you were in this situation with 4 random people, there's going to be people you're like, no, I will light them on fire if I have to be in a room fucking with them. And then there's other people you're like, they're not so bad. This one's really attractive. You know what I mean? And then you would be weighing it. Like, yes, it would be like calculated, but you would calculate which one annoys you the least, or you get them along with the best. You know, that, okay, if I have to marry this person, I guess this is, you know, the least of all evils, right? So. But you just happen to fall in love with all of them, technically, but Kazuga. Kazuga! Anyway. I'm sure she understood exactly what I was trying to say, even though I couldn't find the right words. I didn't think that any of the boys actually liked me, really. Because I didn't think there was anything special about me to get all romantic about.
Well, in my opinion, I don't think there's anything strange about your feelings. How about this? Try picturing what it would be like if you fell in love with Sheon.
With Sheon? I tried to imagine the scenario, like she said. Oh, I can't wait till we do this with Ichiya. It's gonna be great. You already pictured it. We all pictured it. Cheesy lines, and you're like, I think I'm gonna vomit. Hurry up, slowpoke!
Wait for me, Spacey. I can't keep up if you run that fast.
We were someplace tropical with a beautiful ocean. Sheon and I laughed and chased each other about on a white, sandy beach that stretched as far as the eye could see. If you don't hurry, I'll leave you behind.
Ha! Gotcha.
Sheon caught me in his arms right then. I turned my head and saw him smile lovingly at me.
I love you, Spacey. I never want us to be apart. Stay with me forever and ever.
Oh, Sheon. I feel like it was supposed to be a little corny. Absolutely not! Nope, nuh-uh, no way, no how. That'd be torture.
No, you're on the right track. It's a little too saccharine for me, but your conventional approach is part of your charm. Well then, go on. What happens next?
Smokey's like, no, I got this. Hold on. We're gonna play an Otome game. Next? Also, Samuki's getting off on this. She's like, I like this.
Spacey, do you love me?
We stared into one another's eyes, and only saw each other reflected in them. I love...
You know, I'd really love a new suit. Would you buy one for me?
Huh?
You like me looking my best, right? And that means it's up to you to maintain my beauty. Oh, that reminds me. Can I make a spa appointment after this? Sunlight's bad for the skin, you know, so you have to pamper it.
No! This is exactly how she thinks it would go, yeah. Not even in a million years. Spacey, why must you ruin your own fantasies? Oh, Samugi, that's a mood sometimes, right? In your head, having your fantasy, and then all of a sudden work pops up or something, and you're like, damn it! But seriously now? And that was too contrived. Shouldn't you be a bit more honest with yourself? You told me to do it! I've never been in love before, so excuse me if it's difficult for me to imagine it. Girl needs to play some more Otome games, because, like, I'm just saying, after all the games we have played, no real man can ever live up to this shit. Could you imagine meeting someone after playing this game? I'm sorry, but I'm gonna need you to make me his and her perfumes, and you also are not spewing disgustingly cheesy lines at me, and why don't you chase me around like a goddamn dog? I threw a ball and you didn't fetch it. You might find a guy like Taiga, though. But, like, could you imagine someone like Ichiya? I love the idea, but the execution would be just god-awful. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, it's so hilarious, but please don't actually. Oh my god. You're certainly honest when you're with me. You're different. Besides, Sheon wants to be a kept man. I couldn't fall in love with someone like that. I can't even consider it. It's out of the question. Totally impossible. Okay, I hear you. The poor Sheon's got a tough road ahead of him. Whose side are you even on, Samugi? I'm just expressing my charm. This charm thing again? She asserted herself without hesitation, and I slumped forward in disappointment. I think this is roughly a point where we should stop. Again, I'm not 100% sure where we are. We don't have time to finish this whole entire chapter thing, because, like, you know, with the cutting and the thingies, and I'm guessing, I think we're right about time, based on everything. So I am sorry. Hopefully this won't continue to be a problem. I might update my computer and then try it one more time in the next part. But, like, the thing is like, then you have, like, that one part where it broke, right? And then the next part was perfectly fine. And then this one, it broke. So it's like, it's a toss-up. I don't know. So we might just continue to use, action for a while and just see how that works, as long as that doesn't give me problems. It's kind of a pain in my ass, like I said, because I can't see the, like, timer while doing it. So I don't know. I like being able to glance over and make sure that when I'm skipping, it's working and that it's got the flow, and I can't see the preview or that it's one or the other, and I hate that, but it kind of beats my slight discomfort and annoyance, beats it cutting out constantly and then having to go back and losing the flow of what we're doing and then having to edit 14 fucking parts together because only 2 minutes gets recorded. Okay. Also, we've had problems with the freaking Elgato capture card jacking up my fucking sound, and I have never had that problem with my action software. I would be like, well, it's because I paid for action and I didn't pay for the capture card stuff. But I did! Paid an exorbitant amount of money for my capture card. Well, I say exorbitant, but it was still a couple $100s. So it's like, that's a lot of money for the software to be complete and utter trash. Granted, I bought my capture card years ago. Probably needs an update, but like, they don't make shit like they used to back in my day. You know, not that we had capture cards back in my day, but you know. Look, I have a CD DVD player that's like 20 some odd fucking years old, okay? And that shit still works, so I expect this motherfucking shit to work after a few fucking years. Come on. I'm so old. I'm gonna go take my old people medication. Okay. And I'm going to bed. Not really. But, yeah, so we'll continue. We'll do the best we can. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry that this keeps being like this. I know that, like, most people are understandable and like, oh, yeah, no, we understand. Shit happens. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. But it just does bother me because it just feels very, like, it's, like, so unprofessional. Not like anything I do is professional, though. So, like, not really sure why I'm worried about it. But I just don't like it because it frustrates me and it makes me angry. And, like, look, I'm going to flip out about shit anyway. We don't need to be bitching about this. So. But anyway, we'll struggle through and figure it all out, so I appreciate your patience while we deal with this motherfucking bullshit. Like, I feel like this has happened before, though. A long time ago. And then everything was fine, and now we're back to the, like, it's just like it goes in waves, right? Like, there were games, like, a year or two ago where, like, everything was fucked up and I had to do it through action because the software didn't work, and then, like, it was working fine for, like, a year, and now we're gonna, like, I don't know. Anyway, at least we have an option, as annoying as it is, but, yeah, so... I will see you guys next time. Hopefully everything's fine. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.